coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Second down and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run for the first timer, Bijan Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 121 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they want
the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 15 carries, 82 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Gibbs straight ahead. A little juke. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Ray McLeod. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take real math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now left side on the swing pass. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Williams. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Lions at 7-5 now in the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down moment. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coach is always talking about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Williams to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking right side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Fighting to stay upright.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive, number 25 for him on the year. And he'll look to keep it rolling, 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming out, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catches. He's dropped at the 42. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. They'll set up to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And shedding through the tackle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Williams loses the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Now a 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll look to throw here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. 2nd and 13. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Back to throw again.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still on his feet.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 9.
They're going to look to throw.
Over the middle, caught by London.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Robinson up the middle to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And with a touchdown at 17-10.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
He'll look to throw. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Here's McLeod on the return.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And down to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Having looking at 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Ball start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Lions will take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the back now here on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Ray McCloud to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Here's 3rd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Look at the spin. Escapes the defender. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw again.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw again. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Crossing right, he finds Likely.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Looking to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Second down, goal to go.
I believe in you, offense.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
He's got the cheat code, offense.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping.